I wanted to comment about a provocative article in Yahoo News about the SAT's place in college admissions. I've already commented on paragraph 1. Let me comment on paragraph the last, where there's suggestions that range from both extremes on SAT's validity. One, suggesting that SAT tests or ACTs should be mandatory and free. The other, that they should be abolished entirely. Let me address both. I've been in the SAT test prep field for 35 years. I've helped directly or indirectly propel nearly 10,000 students to grad school and undergrad. So I know the test well. I know the results of good and not so good testing. And to those who say, make the SAT mandatory and free, I lean that way. It's almost free now compared to other testing that is done in academia and industry where students have to pay $200 or more per test. The SAT's $70 bill is not really oppressive, and if a family is pressed for finances, they are very generous at giving waivers. In addition, many states have paid the SAT for their students to take one or more tests during the school day free of charge. So we're close to free for the people that need it and not that expensive anyway. Now, should it be mandatory? Well, look at what the test does for students. It gives a goal to shoot for. Whether you're targeting a top-tier college, a community college, no college at all, having a standard to shoot for helps your academics. And what's tested on the SAT and the ACT are pretty worth improving on. That's grammar. That's reading skills. That's math skills. That's science reasoning. Now, in the absence of a test like this, teachers, school districts, do more of what they want. They're not that constrained. I like teaching to a test that has merit, that is forcing students to learn good stuff. And schools or the teachers who are wayward, I'm not sure that they're replacing it. Now, can you have both? Absolutely. In a 7-hour school day, students can be learning the basics well and diverging with group work and experiments and differential types of learning. All can be included. Thus, having mandatory tests that schools will teach to, or if they refuse to, folks like me and the tutors at Ivy Bound will teach to it, will help students gain. As for the opposite view, that tests should be eliminated, well, what's going to replace that? You could go back to the old-fashioned system, okay? That was prevalent in the 1920s up till the pretty much 1960s before the SAT came into standardized acceptance. Then, admission to elite colleges was based on primping, poise, pedigree, like who you were born to. And even today, in the absence of a standardized test, you do have grades. Now, grades can only be worthy as a measuring tool against other students in that school. They can't be used effectively to measure a student in one school district versus another student in a different school district that has a different set of grading standards, or a student who is homeschooled, or a student who's taking a diverse set of classes for which grades aren't as important as pass-fail. So, a standard, pretty important. An absence of standard gives colleges the leeway to be exceptionally discriminatory. They have some leeway now, but without numbers, they can say, we just like this person. Whether that's because this person's parents are big donors, because this person has some extracurricular proficiency that is desired for that year. And that often changes. One year we need tuba players. Another year we want to have better athletes. They almost always want better athletes. So playing to a single standard that's tried and true year after year is one thing that students can count on for college admission and would be worthy in itself for improving students' academic abilities. Thanks for listening here. Thanks, Yahoo, for bringing this to a lot of people's attention. For more of what we do and how we assess the SAT's place in college admissions, please visit us at ivybound.net.